What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live. Jay's already laughing for some reason. I don't particularly know why, but
It's
good morning,
we
Jay.
dragged you out of the hole again.
Yeah. Here I am, once again, torn into pieces.
I know that reference.
Yeah. But yes, we're here. We're here. We're not really late. Maybe we started like a minute late or some shit, but it's all right. Nobody's going to watch us anyway.
They're all watching Cash.
We're the counter programming for Geeks and Gamers, Jay. That's what we are.
That's why they brought in the best.
Yeah, that must be the case. That's why they brought in the best. We're gonna talk about Snow White, and we're gonna talk about Jay's a huge video game expert. Let's talk games.
Yeah.
So we decided we're going to talk about BioWare and the failure of Dragon Age, how that's led to kind of an implosion for BioWare, things like that. We might even talk some theme park stuff because, as you guys know, I'm a massive theme park guy. I can't get enough of them. It's my favorite thing in the world. So we're going to talk about everything we talk about today. We're going to be complete and total experts on.
Exactly. That's why we're here. To bring the hard scoops that no other people will talk about.
That's right. Hard scoops.
Inside
like
information.
Like homemade ice cream. We bring the hard scoops. No soft serve bullshit.
That's right. It's coming
I
in
really
hard.
do like soft serve ice cream, just for the record. I ain't gonna turn that down.
You prefer like the chocolate vanilla twist?
Yes,
or
the
you just
swirl.
Yeah.
Chocolate vanilla swirl. Like, give me that. Dairy Queen all day, every day. I remember eating it when I was a little child. I will continue to eat it until the day I die, which hopefully will be soon. But yeah, dude, you can't beat that, man.
When you get that ice cream at Dairy Queen, you get the gravy stuff too. Like, you got to get it all together.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
Like, when you get do you get the meal and the soft serve, or are you just going for the soft serve?
It depends if I'm actually like hungry. I just want a treat or whatever. But I mean, if I'm going there to eat, I'm probably gonna do something like because if I'm going there to eat, I'm not gonna order the ice cream with my meal. Right? I might do a chocolate shake or something like that with my meal. But if I'm going there to eat, 100%, I'm gonna get probably the what's it called? The flamethrower. Is that what they have there? That's the burger they have. I'm doing one of those. Or maybe I might do like 2 double cheeseburgers and then the chicken tenders basket with gravy. You got to do the gravy.
Got to get gravy,
which comes
man.
with the toast and the chicken strips and the fries. Eat the fuck out of that. And then maybe as I'm leaving, get a cone.
You know, most people don't realize you can get gravy at Dairy Queen. It's like they just don't know.
If you never order the chicken tender basket, I don't know how the chicken strip basket. I don't know how you would know.
You gotta know.
But yeah, what do you get when you go there?
Once people know, they always get it. Now the flame burger, I used to get the banana split sundae. I like that stuff. Get the triple scoop. You know, a little mint chocolate chip, little Rocky Road, then a strawberry. That's usually me.
Wait, you didn't get that at Dairy Queen?
Yeah.
They got Rocky Road and mint chocolate chip ice cream at Dairy Queen?
They got mint chocolate chip. Maybe
Rocky
not Rocky
Road?
Road. Maybe it's the chocolate fudge, something like that. It all depends.
Yeah, they usually have like the fudge, the caramel, and the strawberry. Yeah.
I swear I got mint chocolate chip from there once. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just got the regular chocolate, the fudge, and the strawberry.
Look, you are a little older than me, Jay, by a year or two. So possibly, possibly things might have been different back in the day.
Might have been different.
Yeah. But when I was growing up in my town, there was much like we had 2 McDonald's, big time town, right? 2 McDonald's there. One on one side of town, one on the other. We also had 2 Dairy Queens, similar sides of town. What I always thought was so weird was one of them had Coke products and one of them had Pepsi products. Now, it was probably just a holdover because of like whatever, some big corporate agreement went through, and it just took a while for them to line up together because one was certainly way older than the other. But I always thought that was strange because sometimes I go and get a Mountain Dew float. But if I went to the other one, the smaller one on the other side of town, I had to do Mellow Yellow float, which is I just do Coke float.
Never had a Mellow Yellow float.
The Mountain Dew floats are way better. Look, root beer floats are fine. Coke floats, I prefer over root beer floats. Every once in a while, dude, a Mountain Dew float, don't knock it till you tried it. That's all I'm saying.
And back in my day, we waited for Mr. Softy. And everybody panicked. There's like cash flying everywhere. Grab your coins, get everything going. You got to book it because that guy ain't waiting, man.
Is that the ice cream
yeah, it's
truck?
ice cream, man. Yep.
Yeah.
He'll hit that gas and make you run another block.
Well, he wants to tire him out before he kidnaps him, you know?
It's the whole thing with the ice cream, man. You got to get to the block. You got to hope the other kids stopped them while you're trying to get some money. You're counting pennies really quick, hoping you get enough. You know, all that stuff. The worst feeling in the world is when you think you had enough and you're like, can I get a push-up pop? Like 75 cents. And you put all this change on there. It's like 56 cents. And the guy's like, here's your change back, sir.
Bro, Flintstones, push-up pops. You remember those things?
Yeah.
Orange Sigler, whatever the hell they were, whatever flavor they were. Man, these are the days when I had nothing to worry about, right? Literally nothing in my life to worry about except where I can go to fucking get some cheap ass fucking ice cream.
I know, it's the best times. I wasn't really good with push-up pop. I push a little too hard. Sometimes that sucker would shoot, but it is what it is. Choco Tacos for the win. But I learned not that long ago that they stopped making them. So I was very upset. Well, even though I hadn't had one for years.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably hadn't had one for 20 years and you figured out they stopped making them 15 years ago. And you're like,
exactly. Your brain just had a little skip there, like a record player. And you're like, oh, yeah, well, they don't make them anymore.
Ice cream trucks kind of suck now. One, they're way too expensive. And two, you go there and you're like, oh, let's see. What about that Sonic one or that SpongeBob one? They come out, their fucking eyes are all like this. Like the faces look basically like Ricky Berwick. Like they're very low effort.
I'm telling you, man, cripples are funny. And the thing is, they put bubble gum in those little balls on the ice cream. They'd be hard as freaking concrete. They expect you to you have to warm them up in your mouth. Or you can even chew the gum. Anyway.
Always love the ice cream with the horrible gumball at the bottom. Says
that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Awful.
Let's see. We got Taker for $2. Chuck Schumer strikes again. People are aroused.
I saw that clip. I'd love to go to a Chuck Schumer barbecue and see, just how well he cooks those burgers.
Was it Chuck Schumer that
you see that picture on the grill?
Picture when it's like a raw burger with cheese on it. It's like,
and he's like, "This is a
Memorial Day."
He's like, "This is a father's dream, being able to grill outside with his family."
The American dream, having my servants grill for me while I pose for a picture, and put cheese on a raw ass burger that has not cooked yet.
Like the best part is he deleted the picture.
These are career politicians, right? Like this is what they do. Like they're so fucking out of touch.
Bro, when he deleted it, it just made it funnier because he's like, this is not getting the reception I believed. Delete it.
He could have been like, it's very embarrassing the amount of backlash I'm getting. Putting raw cheese on a burger is a very traditional New York quasi-Jewish tradition, and you guys don't understand. He could have lied about it, right? Could have doubled down and lied about putting fucking meat on a cold raw hamburger that was not grilled yet. I doubt the grill was even turned on, to be honest. Yeah.
The funniest thing about that post, you probably don't remember, he's like, I'm with my daughter's wife. Like, because I guess his kids are all gay and married. And he goes, and it's a father's dream to be able to grill. I'm like, what the heck, man? Hey, Chuck, hold on. Sorry. I just real one more time. Hey, Chuck, go put on the same colored shirt and shorts. All right, go stand out by the grill. We got it all set up for you. Hold this thing up. All right. Make sure you get a cheese on there because we're getting ready to tax the cheese people. So we want to make sure we support them. We'll take a photo and post it. It'll be great, man. You're the common man. You're the common New Yorker. It's going to be great. Deleted after 3 hours.
That brick wall's a little dirty there. That brick wall's a little dirty.
Man, that's funny.
Tobias Nexus for 10. Last night was my most successful stream with 22 views and a longest view time of 12 minutes. Thanks to the GCA showing up after Leighton Gay. Thanks for showing up with me and Red playing Helldivers 2 with mods. Congrats, Tobias. Keep grinding, man. Hell yeah. Alex Slusher for 2. Happy hashtag Cara Dune Day. Hashtag we love Gina Carano. Cara Dune Day. Yes, I've seen people tweeting about that. Thank you, Alex. We do love Gina Carano. Chikara for 50. Ryan is always in such a wholesome mood when he's streaming with Jay. Love this duo. I got a lot of anger out before the stream started. I fucking bitched and ranted and was swearing for about 60 seconds. And said, all right, let's go live.
And it was awesome.
And that's why Jay was actually laughing probably.
That's why. That's freaking awesome. I love it.
But yeah, wholesome for me, I suppose. Yes. Rabid One. Did Ryan just say you can't beat it? Razorfist disagrees. Ooh. Thank you, Rabid One.
What are you going to do?
What do you do? Not uploaded, I guess. Enemy Con for 199. Ryan, who do you hate more, the Amish or old people? To be honest, listen, Amish people drive me fucking crazy. It's actually the same. Not Amish people's mere existence, them existing and them doing whatever they want in their own little communities. I have no problem with that.
I don't have a great jelly though, brother. You got to try their jelly.
Yeah, and actually they do some really cool furniture and stuff like that, right? Whatever, do your thing. I don't have a problem with old people in general if they're living apart from me. When you enter my life, when you enter my space, when you go to the stores I shop at, whatever it may be, it starts to fucking piss me off. When I have to ride behind your fucking horse and buggy that's going 5 miles an hour, horse shitting all over the place. I'm running over it with my fucking tires, and you don't pay taxes for the road that you're shitting all over. Fuck you. We don't believe in electricity. Yet we can hire guys to come in vans to pick us up, take us to these places. We all got cell phones, but we charge them with a battery, not with plug in the wall electricity. So that don't count. And you fucking clog up the lines at my Walmart, clog up the lines at my fucking McDonald's. That's when it bothers me. Just stop lying about this shit. Stop pretending. We can't use electricity, but we can use it in our barn. We can't use phones, but we can use it in our barn. We can't use electricity, but we can charge things with batteries. Fuck off. That's how I feel about Amish people. And if any of them are watching this right now, they're probably not allowed to, so fuck you. When it comes to old people, I feel like everyone needs to understand old people. I have a lot of love for old people and everything they've done, and especially their family members, things like this. There comes a time for all old people. Sometimes it's when you're 50. Sometimes it's when you're 90. Where you start to become a fucking burden on everybody else, where you start to slow everything down when you don't know what the fuck you're doing on the road. You're too afraid to pull out. Sandra, is this a turn on red lane? And you fucking don't know. So I'm behind you sitting there waiting for you to take the clear open turn that you can take on red right fucking now. And instead I'm 2 minutes later to whatever it is. And I'm stuck behind your dumb ass. Or where you're at a fucking Publix checkout counter, and instead of using a goddamn card, you pull out your fucking checkbook, or you try to pay with exact change. Like, that fucking pisses me off. So for old people, there should come a time in every old person's life when they realize not cut out for this anymore, and you stop going out. Right? Stop going out without supervision. We'll put it that way.
That's why I'm all for the Tesla self-driving car. You should all purchase one, and just let them take them where they need to go. I'm all for it.
Well, hold on. Shut it, Ryan. I'd rather help take care of my parents than them being dead. Get over it. I'm fine with that. I'm not saying they all have to go and like fucking jump off a bridge.
Saying
What
they
I'm
shouldn't
saying
drive.
is you shouldn't be out. You should be helping them if they're getting in my way, right? If they can't keep up with society, if they're fucking delaying everybody in every line they're in, if they can't fucking drive right, get them off the fucking streets and take care of them. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to pay for everything by check in Florida.
There you go. Gary's almost that age. Gary fucking sitting there. He's like, what's that? What's that say, Sonny? I need my readers. Can you make this text any bigger? Is this a tap to pay?
Yeah, I'm just looking to get a piece of land and just disappearing.
That's right.
I don't have to worry about anybody. Probably died some horrible accident trying to plug in my Christmas tree. It's probably what's going to happen to me. I get electrocuted.
But the answer to this is probably both. Carol Hall with the gifted memberships. Thank you, Carol. New restaurant question. This time, have any of you ate at Tijuana Flats?
Oh, of course.
I'm not a big fan of Tijuana Flats.
I've eaten there before.
They've got like Mexican food and wings, right?
Pretty much.
And I don't think their wings are really much to write home about. And I don't think the Mexican food's really much to write home about. So, I mean, I'll eat there.
What's your top? Do you have a top Mexican restaurant favorite? Like, is there one in particular?
So,
like Chili's?
I would not put Chili's there. No. My personal favorite is a local one from back home. And obviously, I have a lot of bias from like going there so many times when I was growing up. It's called Hacienda. And like that's in, northern Indiana, in that area there. There's a couple Hacienda chains and everything. That's what I loved. Used to go there all the time. But I mean, I'll listen, Mexican food, it's kind of like pizza where, bro, everywhere you go might not be as good, but whatever. It's still Mexican food. Like, it's going to be out quick. There's going to be a lot of it, and you're going to eat a lot of it. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm a food truck guy. Like, it's a place not too far from my house. They got tons of Mexican food in the food trucks. It's the best. And they got those boiled peanuts, man. You ever had those boiled peanuts? Holy crap. They're amazing.
All right. We said that one. I don't get the boiled peanut thing. I don't understand. I'd rather eat normal peanuts.
I got you. I like boiled peanuts.
Alex McCarthy or two. I've been there about ice cream truck, Jay.
I've been there about the ice cream. I hear you, man.
We said
the same language.
The mystery. Speaking of ice cream, I'll treasure the Snoopy ice cream from my childhood.
Are you talking about that fake ice crusher mush thing that you could get when you were a kid and you made slushies that sucked?
Snow cones.
It was awful. All it did was just make it was just soggy stuff, man. And then you had to dump a whole ton of their liquid on it to even make it taste good. But but some people enjoyed it. They had fond memories.
Tobias. It's currently my third most viewed video at 45 views, probably thanks to a couple mods at the beginning. Forever Winter, still the best viewed at 80.
Well, congratulations.
Ryan's childhood joy. Miss you, buddy. Was that a kayak?
Yeah, with the sun coming out.
I kayaked occasionally.
Miss you, buddy.
I kayaked occasionally. I wouldn't put that in childhood memories or anything, though.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Phantom Wars. Why does Ryan look like he has a toupee? Does it look like I have a toupee on? Does it look like I have a toupee? What should I do with it to convince people that it's not a toupee? I can make it higher. Oh my gosh, look how high I can make my hair, Jay.
Crap, dude.
If I put it up high. That does go pretty high. But I could put it the other way. What do you guys want to see? I suppose nothing could
just be comfortable.
Now it's really all messed up.
Yeah.
But now it's weird on the side. Whatever. It's just going to look that way. Stephen DeLeon, shout out West Texas. Hashtag Ryan Kinnell rules all. Now you're trying to curse me, Stephen DeLeon. Thank you, Stephen. David Smart, have you seen any new movies? I've seen the first 4 films and all of them suck. I've seen 4 films, all of them sucked. The new Mel Gibson movie sucked. And Ryan, you was not in the mood yesterday. I wasn't in the mood yesterday. What does that mean?
I've not watched anything new, but I am enjoying, like, on Mondays, we do a show with Blaine from Criticless, and we're reviewing older films that a lot of the people on the panel haven't seen. Like last week, we did The Last Starfighter. It's pretty awesome to see people's reaction. They're like, never seen that, just how much they enjoyed it. This coming Monday, we're going to do Groundhog Day because Groundhog Day is Sunday, I believe. So some people have never seen Groundhog. You've seen Groundhog Day, I'm pretty sure.
Over and 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 over again. Yeah.
Be kind of neat. Yeah, so we're just having fun with all that. I'm having fun like watching some of these older films. So
the funniest part is when he starts to lose it and when he's crossing the street and the guy comes and says hi to him and I forget the guy's name, but he just punches
him right in the face.
I forget what it is, like Blaine. Boom.
Yeah, like from his old like a childhood friend.
Well, it's probably a coworker or whatever, but yeah. He starts killing
he just runs up and punches
creative ways, and yeah.
It was Ned. Yeah, that's
Ned.
Like
Ned. Boom. He just decks him. That's my favorite part of the movie.
He was having a bad day that day too. He like stepped in a puddle, and his friend Ned was laughing at him. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Eddie Brock, Ryan, I wasn't clear yesterday. Greet me like a Taco Bell employee who got your order wrong. My birthday's coming up soon, and it'll be a great present. You just want me to scream at you like you're a dumb, useless piece of shit? Like you're minimum wage because you got no fucking skills, and like you can't even fold my fucking burrito. You can't even count the right number of objects in the bag. Did you pass fucking 5th grade math? You dumb cocksucking bitch, Eddie Brock. Yet you don't know that I ordered 3 Doritos Locos tacos and 2 beefy 5-layer burritos. And why in this beefy 5-layer burrito? In all of your fucking wisdom, Eddie Brock is a Taco Bell employee. Why the fuck? Can you please tell me why you decided with a 5-layer burrito to put all 5 layers in different sections of the burrito? Why would I get to the fucking end? That's all where all the sour cream is, right at the end, Brock, because you couldn't be bothered to actually distribute it evenly. Go fuck yourself. I'm never coming back to this establishment. Except won't be here tomorrow for breakfast.
Excuse me. Why has Ryan not started a Cameo service? The dude would make $1 million. Don't you think, chat? He should do Cameo where people could pay him $50 to be insulted for 5 minutes. Oh, it would work.
People would pay $50. I 100% would, but I don't think there's going to be very much demand for that.
You never know unless you try. Look at it. Look at all the yeses in the chat. I'm just saying. I think it would be hilarious.
Maybe. We'll see. Ministry of Wrong thing. I'm literally on a ski trip I drove Amish kids to. There you go, Ministry of Wrong thing. I hope you overcharge them because they're too dumb and stupid to understand that you're fucking price gouging them.
Look at these people, Ryan. They said they would pay $100. This guy said I'd pay $50 for that easy. I'd pay $100. I'm just saying. Give it a good long tug in your brain to see if like that's something you could add to your workday.
Okay, I'll think about it. I mean, I definitely could. Here's the thing. Then people are going to send me shit and want me to say shit that I don't know if that I want to see someone then tweet out.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's going to be like, hey, here's $50 to talk about this content creator who's involved in drama right now and cuss them out. So then it's like, well, I'm going to feel bad if people are paying me for something that I then don't want to. Do you know what I mean?
It'll be like, pay $50 to roast my grandmother. And then they'll be like, see, Ryan hates the elderly.
Oh, I'll do that. Right. I'll do that.
I don't care if people pay Ryan $50 to roast me. He does it for free most of the time anyway.
We could just keep it to the YouTube channel. Yeah. Well, I have already lowballed myself. Eddie Brock sent me $5.99.
Yeah.
And I went on a big rant. And I felt like it was pretty good off the cuff like that.
Pretty good, man. I was dying. I got to
Tie
see
dude.
Ryan do that live, everyone, like when no one's around for free. So it's pretty
Think
good.
about how it is when my order's actually wrong.
Yeah, it's
Like when I'm actually enraged by something.
I've seen it.
Fake
It's
Tie
quite
dude. Shout
impressive.
out to Ryan, my favorite comedian, G&G MVP. Thank you very much. Russian bot. So the thing you'd hate most is an old Amish Clone Wars fan? Possibly. Possibly Russian bot. Big Worm. He didn't sing. He didn't sing. He didn't sing. Thanks, Big
Oh
Worm.
no. Sorry, Big Perm.
Jason Ingram. I'm doing this because you said it. Singing. You did it, Jay. You started this.
Chili's baby back ribs.
Barbecue sauce.
There you go. I almost went into the I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I almost went into that one.
Yeah. I don't consider I know Chili's has some Mexican options and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but Chili's is just like, to me, that's like a pretty much all encompassing restaurant, not like a Mexican restaurant. I guess they do give you chips, but I don't know. There's so many other things on the menu. It's hard to define that as a Mexican restaurant. Maybe it started out that way. It's called Chili's. I don't know. Chad Layton for 10. Morning, gents. Happy Tuesday. Jumping in late. Did I miss anything good? No, you've literally missed nothing. We've literally just been doing fucking nothing but shitting on each other and everything else. Jay, you have some theme park news.
Oh man, I wanted to know if you saw this. This is they got some video of Epic. I'm gonna turn this. They use some music, but they got some video of Epic Universe and all the things that are being tested. This is the flaming windmill from
Dude, that's gonna be so cool.
I know. And then there's this underneath of it is a bar where you can get hammered, then walk out and I guess get a photo.
This is in the Universal Monsters section, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of like horror and shit like that, and like Dracula, Frankenstein.
Yeah, so that's Dracula's castle, and
yeah.
there's a ride in there. You can see the line to get into the ride, but they're almost done. And there's another roller coaster here. This is all Dark Universe. Yeah, so the thing like ignites. I don't know like what they're gonna do it like. Cause like at the other Universal, the dragon breathes fire like every 20
I feel like
minutes.
this has to be like ignited all the time. Like that it has to, I feel like. And maybe they'll do it only every couple minutes or something, but I really think they should leave it on all the time unless it's like actually too windy and shit. But
yeah. But they also we've got some pictures. It's kind of the first time that I've seen man, excuse me, of the inside of the Harry Potter experience. And
Ministry of Magic.
Yes, I don't know much about it, but from what everyone is saying, is like the detail looks incredible. So this is actual photos of inside the Ministry of Magic that Universal has released. And I am not familiar with this part of Harry Potter. This is the ride. I guess the ride is the elevator, I'm guessing. So does it look, and it was just these 4 pictures. So does it, I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, so that is going to be the whole theme. It's inside the Ministry of Magic. Obviously, if you've seen the Harry Potter movies, you recognize that interior and what the Ministry looks like. It's going to be a whole thing about like Dolores Umbridge is going to be like the antagonist or whatever of this ride. But from everything I've heard, it's supposed to be kind of mind-blowing, some of the tech that they're using for this. But I haven't seen any videos. I've just seen stills and everything, so I don't really know.
Is these like, man, help me, man. Like, you know way more. This is like, these aren't the fireplaces that the people appeared.
Yeah. So those are going to be, I mean, at least if that's what it looks like from here. There's a bunch of fireplaces at the Ministry of Magic where people use flu powder to travel to and from work. So they've got a bunch of, grates, a bunch of fireplace grates openings there. But I don't know if they're going to use those things in the ride or not.
Ride looks amazing. So I have no idea what it's going to be. If it's going to be like a drop ride or whatever. So But
My guess is, to be honest, my guess is that it's going to be very similar to like not as roller coastery as Escape from Gringotts, right? But similar to, it's going to take you around, it's going to put you through a thing, and you know what I mean?
yeah,
Actually, I
you get
guess
to see
maybe
everything.
what is the Hogwarts ride, the one through Hogwarts where you're just kind of going through and you're seeing stuff on
Right.
that's what I feel like that's what it's going to be, but
We'll see. Like you said, they did say that they're experimenting and they're going to have something new that people have never seen before when it comes to theme parks. Now, over at Disney, they but they opened Tiana's Bayou in Disneyland, and immediately it broke. So these are some of the people that have been reporting. This just came out not too long ago. Like the ride just doesn't move. The animatronics are broken, and you would think that all the problems that they had here in Orlando when they opened the ride, and it's like it was this grand party, and the ride kept breaking down. It broke down for a record. I think it was like 35 days. It was broken every single day on opening. You think that they would learn when they finally opened it in Disneyland, but apparently not. And I want to play this one person. I'm sure you might have some things to say about his appearance, but this guy here, he is setting the world record, something I guess he could be proud of. This is Matt Desmond, who is setting the world record of visiting Disneyland every single day that he can with his annual pass. So he goes there every single day. He doesn't really have a big YouTube channel. He might have a TikTok. I don't know. But this is the guy that sees nothing wrong with Disneyland. Nothing. Nothing can be too expensive. Nothing can be wrong. This is what he has to say about the ride.
If you followed me for a while, you know that I love Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland. I've ridden it over 100 times, but
first of all, that needs to be studied. To ride a ride over 100 times.
This ride is having too many issues to not talk about it. First of all, 2 of the Tiana animatronics, their bodies are just not working. The finale, her body hasn't been working since December, so over a month now. One of the Tiana animatronics, her face is not working, but her body is still moving. 2 of the Lewis animatronics are just not moving at all. And the final Mama Odie, which has issues anyway, is also not moving except for her face.
Basically, the whole ride is broken. And they just opened it. And this is supposed to be their grand thing for you to come and see. Look what we've done. Tiana's Bayou.
It's so much more important because of what they got rid of, right? Because you got rid of Splash Mountain, such an iconic ride for a lot of people, and replaced it with something, and it just doesn't work. And a lot of people were mad in general. Even if it had worked perfectly, a lot of people probably still would have problems with it.
It is, but having a new attraction break down so many times is just like basically, I don't know who they hired to build it or whatever. Just a quick update on Matt.
So someone said Sum 41 meets Guy Fieri. Looks more like Sum 41%, to be honest with you.
So prayers in the chat for Matt. He goes, when I decided to go to Disneyland 300 days in a row this year, I never considered what would happen if I unexpectedly got food poisoning until this morning. So apparently he got food poisoning at Disneyland from going 300 days. Prayers for you, Matt. I hope a speedy recovery from
when I knew when I was in the military, and I at that point had been stationed in Virginia, I knew I was going to San Diego as my next destination. Oftentimes you'll get a couple days off, known as house hunting leave, to go travel to wherever your destination is, go to locations, look for a place to find housing, right? Wherever you want to go, because it's hard if you've never seen the place before, all this shit. So I was excited because I'm like, all right, fuck yeah, I go to San Diego for the first time. I've never been to San Diego, so head to San Diego, find a good place to live, and also like do a bunch of sightseeing. Really, really late fucking flight. It was a long day of traveling, flight delays, things like that. Finally get in. And I'm like, I'm so fucking tired. There was a Taco Bell right next to my hotel. And like, I'm just gonna fucking grab Taco Bell and take it back to the, take it back to the hotel and crash. I got food poisoning from that Taco Bell.
Ooh.
In San Diego, right? Everyone will talk about all the great Mexican food in San Diego. I had Taco Bell, got food poisoning, was sick as a dog for like 2 fucking days, and basically missed out on all of the things that I had wanted to do there. But
it sucks. Well, what
it
makes
happens.
things even worse for Tiana's Bayou, they have removed it from the Disney's after hours at Magic Kingdom. What does this mean, Jay, and who cares? Basically, an after hours ticket. It's a special ticket that you can go into the theme parks. A lot of theme parks do it, Universal as well, where it's not very crowded. So you can go there and ride all the rides in like 2 hours and be done. That to me is like the better option. It's not as expensive. It's like the parks are open from like 7 p.m. to like 1 a.m. And that's it. You just run in there. Like every line is like a 5-minute wait. You get in and be done. In order to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure here in Orlando, you've got to wake up at 7 a.m., go on the Disney app, and hope you get a virtual queue when they tell you when to come back and ride the ride. Or you can pay money in their lightning lane to go ride the ride, which could be upwards up to $27 a person just to ride this ride. Now they have taken it out of the after hours because they can't. It just doesn't work all day. It constantly shuts down. So I don't know if they're going to close it. I think they've got to try to keep it running for at least another year before they go, hey, we're going to do some upkeep to make it. But it was a big failure, for this ride that they praised for years to come, saying, hey, we finally got, we got a black princess in there. They got their own ride, everything like that. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to get rid of the racist Splash Mountain ride. So give us all a pat on the back. Yeah,
thank God.
You really messed up there. It just keeps being worse. So,
well, I mean, listen, Disney has better days in the future, right? We got Captain Anti-America coming out in theaters.
That's
and
cool.
After that, we got Snow White in March, Jay. It's only March, and we get to see Snow White in theaters. I'm sure that'll be great. I'm sure it'll have a lot of people going to the parks and things like that, because there's going to be so many similarities between Rachel Zegler's Snow White and the actual character of Snow White. But we actually have an update on the most recent Snow White trailer. Obviously didn't go over well, right? We saw what happened with the teaser trailer. Right, 11 million views, 1.4 million dislikes.
Jeez.
Well, the official trailer has joined its compadre over here. It just hit 1 million dislikes. The official full-length trailer, 1 million dislikes to 40,000 likes. I'm not a mathematician or anything, Jay, but what's this, like a 96% dislike ratio, something like that?
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person, but I'm going to agree with you.
I mean, that's fucking bad. that is horrific. That 8 million people viewed this and only 40,000 people liked it. That is very, very rough indeed. And I think we have someone that needs credit for this, because it was sitting at like 960,000 not that long ago. Chat Music comes along, drops a banger, making fun of the comment section. It gets 2 million views in 5 days.
Holy crap.
And if you go here, only reason I knew this trailer was out was when I saw Chat Music make a song out of this from 1 day ago. I think we can credit a lot of these dislikes simply to the existence of the Chat Music trailer, which is very, very funny. You heard this, right?
I have not.
You haven't heard
I didn't even know that was a thing.
All right. We'll listen.
Before you play it, though, those are some of my favorite Instagram reels, is when they show something like cringe or weird, and then they immediately start posting comments from the chat. Those are the greatest things ever, man. They're hilarious. So this has got to be up there.
Yes. Well, since you haven't listened, I guess we'll listen to it. I listened to it the other day, but we'll listen for you too, Jay.
If I saw this movie on a plane, I would still walk down. This trailer makes me want to sit on the TV and look at my cow. I paid nothing to watch this trailer, but I already want my money back. Coming to a theater near you, me, is that a threat? They should have made Rachel CGI instead. Mark Brown and the 7 Discord mods.
What the heck?
Much better when I turn my monitor off. Disney invites you and I must politely decline. I'm rooting for the poison apple boys, Lord Farquaad plays Snow White. This movie should come with a disclaimer. No dwarfs were harmed, but your childhood might be. I've seen something self-implode this hard since that time in submarine. Mirror, mirror on the wall, as a German I claim cultural appropriation. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Snow White and the 7 CGI abomination, making the dwarfs look like a PS1 hack reap was a whole joke. Rachel Zegler looks like a medieval squire boy. Marvel's lost $237 million. Snow White, hold my beer. Disney used to make people famous. Now it ends acting career.
Oh, that's great.
Mirror on the wall, where the seats are empty in cinema hall. Mirror, mirror on the wall, what's the biggest Disney flop of all? Shut it.
Dude, that I think that's AI, right? That's an AI program that does that.
I don't know. This guy's been doing this stuff for a very long time.
I've heard that before. Like I've heard that same type of song and like beat and everything for the different comment section.
I don't know. I don't know if it's AI
well, whatever.
or
that's fantastic. Good on him.
Or if this guy does it himself, I'm not sure. I have no fucking idea. He's been doing stuff for a long time.
Yeah, he's got a popular Instagram that does the same thing. It's the same beat and everything. It's so good.
Yeah, I don't know. This was the one that was like the first one that really blew up was the one that obviously was me.
Yeah.
But I feel like either this, like he started a new channel or he wasn't doing it on YouTube before, because I've seen these videos for a long time.
Yeah, that was a TikTok. That's got to be TikTok stuff.
Yeah, so it might have been posted on different places, but yeah. Like,
a sniper's dream, 100 megabytes of memory.
Oh,
He had it forehead, and after head goes brains vertical. No matter who he races, he gonna have a head start.
obviously, that's the one that Perry Chain turned into me. And people are like, why did they censor that? It's like, well, it's referring to a black person, not to me originally. So
I see.
That's why it says that. Some people
no matter who he races, he's gonna have a head start. That's pretty good.
Frontal lobe, frontal globe.
If this guy has made an AI program that does it for him, he's gonna be like, he's super rich, man, just by going to anything and making it happen. That's crazy. I expect to see more of that stuff come to life.
That was Chad from earlier. Sir Hat, nothing beats Ninja Turtles Ice Pops. I don't know if I've ever had those ones.
I don't think I've had that either.
Robert Kearney for 5. Yain likes Hacienda because they sell Mar Garadasby the pitcher. So I like Hacienda because they sell margaritas by the pitcher. A lot of places do that, one. But yeah, I do drink a lot of margaritas when I'm at Hacienda, or often any Mexican place, to be honest with you.
I love the Corona Rita. That's one of my personal favorites.
I just had, so there was a bar in Pittsburgh. Forget the fucking name of it, but I remember it must have been Monday because Monday Night Football was on. I specifically remember that. And we were there for a work trip. We drank the entire fucking time. I was plastered basically the entire time I was there. And we walk into this, it wasn't called, it started with an H, but I don't remember what the bar is called. But they were doing probably a Monday night special, $5 Long Island iced tea pitchers. I had a lot.
I can imagine.
I had a lot. Now, they weren't like a pitcher of beer pitcher. They were smaller, right? But $5 for a small pitcher of Long Island iced tea, bro. I was plastered. That was fun. Good days, man. Good days. Even if I don't remember all of them. It was the Snoopy ice cream bar, Jay, not the snow cones.
Oh, all right. I apologize.
Chad Layton for 2. It's Kramer with my hair. Matthew, Ryan and 3PO together is a cozy mood. Little cozy.
Really?
Chad becomes a member. Thanks, Chad. And Chad, I will follow up on the email, by the way. I will follow up on the email. One Amish older sister is a slim, thick baddie, though. She hairy. Be ready.
Oof.
Ministry of Wrong Thing for 199. That annual pass guy is Chris Gore and Jay's kid. Rabbit one for 5. Please roast Jay for eating a donut while you had to change a retard's tire.
He did multiple times.
Done that often. Rabbit
Yeah.
one. The only bayou worth visiting is Hunt Showdown's version of it in Louisiana bayous. At least it's less likely to make you sick from drinking the water. Me and Jay went to New Orleans one time.
It was a good time. We saw a naked lady laid in the street. Well, she had her
like-
clothes on, but it was kind of hiked up.
Yeah, like I don't know if she was actually a fucking hooker or if they were just out partying and she got hit in the head or drunk. I don't know. Like something obviously
Just
very
laying
bad.
in the gutter with her dress hiked all the way up.
Yeah, and it's not like she was just alone. This is not the case.
Yeah,
She had
yeah.
a couple friends there that were
They were
trying to
trying to
wake
help
her
her,
up
yeah.
and trying to help her. So I don't know what happened in that situation. If it was just a drunk situation, don't know.
And then I randomly wandered off to like witches walk or something where all these witches were
It was a little
outside
spooky.
like at 2:00 in the morning wanting to talk to me. It was very odd. So they're like, yeah, we're witches. We can tell your future. And like, they were just one right after another. It's like, okay, I need to go.
I mean, Jay spent like 3 hours in New Orleans or something. Like,
Yeah.
That was it. That was my New Orleans trip. The only time I've ever actually been there, like
Same.
walked around and not just driven through or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did have my fucking gun on me though. we made sure we weren't gonna wander around.
Yeah.
Me and Jay at fucking 2 a.m. without it. So
Yeah. Who
Would've
knows?
been
Like,
good.
yeah.
And we got beignets and they weren't all like weren't
Yeah, they weren't like, I was a little disappointed. Thought they were
they're
going to
fine.
be.
They're good, but it
Yeah.
wasn't worth all the
Because, like,
hubbub.
the hype was like really hyped up, and you're kind of like, huh.
Wasn't worth the hubbub. Callum for 5. I saw the new Spider-Man, My Diverse Friends. It's what happens when you take a CRT class to a human zoo. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to see that at some point for FNT. I don't know if that's what we're reviewing today or not, or this week or not, but that fucking actor is like, it's not annoying and woke. I don't know what the fuck that bitch was smoking. Based on every clip I've seen, I don't know what he's talking about. But I haven't seen it. So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either.
You know what Jay does know about?
Video games.
Video games. Jay knows a lot about video games.
I'm the top.
You're the expert.
That's why I'm here at Geeks and Gamers.
That's right. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything over on Rumble or Locals. No, we've not missed anything. Just want to make sure. I try to check that every so often, but sometimes I forget. Especially when we're talking about dumb shit.
And the #1 lawnmower simulator. I got to retake my crown. I saw that there was another guy playing with about 12 people watching. So I got to go retake the crown. Probably after MegaCon, we'll get that thing fired up. The Kiss My Grass. You know, gotta bring
you gotta pay someone to play for you to level you up, Jay. To keep your crown as the best lawnmower simulator.
Exactly.
Well, the one with the most viewers. I wouldn't say the best. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
you have problems
Viewership.
with that game.
I've got problems with a lot of stuff.
I can't watch you play that because it's infuriating to me.
Yeah, I hear.
I don't understand why you do some of the things you do in it. So I was like, I can't do this. I can't watch.
Good
Like,
thing you
why-
didn't see the bus simulator game. That was one and done. I wanted to do school bus simulator where you have to like go to like, but you have to win the regular bus simulator to unlock school bus simulator. And I was trying for like 3 hours. After I ran over a couple people, I for some reason I didn't get my license. So I have to go do that all over again.
Were you still able to be a bus guy, just not a school bus guy?
Exactly. I had to redo the routes again because I accidentally ran over somebody in a wheelchair. I couldn't see them. They shouldn't be wheeling in front of the bus anyway. You can't see. There's blind spots, man. I thought I had it, and it was awful.
You go real slow, creeping, like, I don't see anybody. You look back, and there's an old woman in her walker just fucking laying there.
Well, you kind of hit, and it, like, you see the bump, and then you get, like, a big warning on your screen of what you just did. And you're like, oh, man. Then you see your score, like, just, it just goes down.
Yeah, Lawnmower Simulator, that one drives me nuts. I did a little bit for a couple weeks in fucking high school. I worked for like a landscaping company where I'd go and fucking, mow people's lawns and shit. And obviously, you're always trying to go as quick as you can to get to the next one and get done with your fucking day. But those were fucking badass ones. Those were like, you stand on it and you got the two things like to turn the 0 degree radius turn shit and everything. Those were fun. All right, let's talk about this for a second. Jay, do you remember Dragon Age: The Veilguard?
Sure.
Do you remember all the cringe clips that came out from it? The trailer that got ratioed?
Yeah. I watched heel versus Babyface play it. It was pretty funny.
Hey, so you saw the full experience for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. And people quickly realized that, one, it doesn't look or feel like Dragon Age. That was a problem for Dragon Age fans. All normal people, when they saw it, they saw the clips that came out, they said, why the fuck would I want to play this? This looks cringe. This looks stupid. It looks like an RPG that's not really an RPG, because in an RPG, if my non-binary freak friend came out and wanted to do this story about non-binary acceptance, you could tell them, hey, go fuck off. Now, of course, you could play along with it if you wanted, or you could tell them to go screw themselves, quite literally in this case. But no, that's not what Dragon Age: The Veilguard was. It was written by people with a story to tell, and unfortunately, that story was their own life story. And it was a massive, complete, and total failure. When EA was forced at its quarterly earnings report to admit that Dragon Age: The Veilguard was a significant failure, their stock price dropped 20% overnight. It was very, very bad for them. Well, now, after all these problems, and just as so many normal people said the entire time, this is going to be a flop, it's going to be a failure. It was a failure. And now BioWare is changing a lot of things. After Dragon Age: The Veilguard comes up short, BioWare undergoes changes. BioWare is becoming a more agile and focused studio that aims to make unforgettable games, beginning with the next Mass Effect. So, essentially, what this means, by the way, is a bunch of people are fired and a bunch of people are moved to other places in EA. Both of these things, layoffs and people moving. Very small team, low budget, and the focus entirely is on Mass Effect, the next Mass Effect game that probably won't be here for years and years and years at this point. This is BioWare being forced to make sweeping changes because of what they've done. And a lot of people specifically associated with Dragon Age: The Veilguard have been laid off and fired. The leader of Dragon Age: The Veilguard, Trick Weeks, was supposedly laid off from EA. BioWare. Weeks had previously worked on and wrote the entire Mass Effect trilogy, as well as being a lead writer on some of Dragon Age Inquisition's DLC. So this is someone who's been around for a long, long time. A lot of other people are gone as well. You could see a lot of this stuff here. Lead writer Trick Weeks, lead editor Karen West Weeks, narrative editor Ryan Cormier maybe. Additionally, BioWare producer Jennifer Chevery Colt, Daniel Steed, Lena Anderson, Michelle Flam were also let go, while this writer was moved to a different part of EA. They're imploding and they're firing people. They're changing things. They're trying to go for a very minimalist budget going forward when it comes to the one game that is the only hope for BioWare's survival. And that's the next Mass Effect game. And it's sad for a lot of people because, Jay, you know this better than anyone else as a gaming expert. BioWare of old was fucking phenomenal, right? You had these franchises and these stories that people absolutely loved, but that was 15, 20 years ago in some cases. That's not the case anymore, and it hasn't been for a while. And now with the failure of, say, Anthem from several years ago, and now something like Dragon Age the Veilguard, they have nowhere to move forward. All these other things are dead, except potentially Mass Effect 5. And now all of their eggs are in the Mass Effect 5 basket, and they're cutting a lot of fat. They're cutting a lot of these people that have been there in some cases a long time, because they desperately need to do this just to survive as a company after the failure of Dragon Age the Veilguard.
I mean, tale as old as time. Go woke, go broke. I mean, that's basically it. Do these people not see what's happening in other companies when they do this kind of stuff, on how it fails, how they get laughed at, how they get mocked, you know, and then how it's people end up losing their jobs. Then they take to TikTok and they cry about it. Yeah, they got to go back in time, go to Mass Effect. But how much you want to bet that they might pull out a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic from old, just to try to bring in some money? You know, we've been hearing those rumors for forever.
That's not them though, right? That's a completely different company that owns the rights.
Did BioWare do Star Wars?
They did.
Okay.
So BioWare, they did Knights of the Old Republic. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Obsidian is the one that did KOTOR 2 because of the time crunch. I might be slightly wrong, but I do think that was the case. But they used a lot of the main stuff that BioWare had done.
Okay.
Maybe it's the other way around, but yes, they were involved with that. They also, BioWare did Knights of the Old, or Star Wars The Old Republic, the huge MMO. They don't do that anymore because they transferred that off to a different company.
That's right.
So the only things that they currently had in development were Dragon Age the Veilguard and the next Mass Effect game. That's it. That's it in terms of franchises that we care about, right?
Well, if they mess this game up, then it's lights out, you know, for that company.
Yeah.
You know, if they go back to try to inject their politics and all that stuff like that into, man, they do that to Mass Effect. Holy crap, dude.
Listen, Mass Effect Andromeda already pissed a lot of people off. So this next one, this is it, man. I don't know if BioWare does. I don't know what the purpose is of them, right? Unless they're making new things, which they're not making new things. The last new thing they tried to make was Anthem. That didn't work out very well for them.
You think? Do you think a company like that would get to the point where they would sell to another company just so that person can own that name? You know what I mean? Like, would somebody want
somebody else buy them out or whatever? Maybe.
Right? Yeah, buy them out. It's like, well, now I own the BioWare name, but I mean, if they don't do their research and they don't understand that name is not associated with good stuff anymore, they might not want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if EA. Who knows what EA would want to do with it? That's the question, right? They're owned by EA, so I don't know.
Remember that old slogan, man? EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. EA Sports. Identity politics. It's in the game.
It's in the game. Crappy gameplay. It's in the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
When I saw Az playing the game, like it was after he made the character, which was ridiculous, but just some of the aspect of the gameplay itself, where he was at this one part in the beginning where like a meteor shower was like hitting and he was trying to run. And then he realized that nothing was going to happen to him anyway. So he just kind of stood there to see if his character would die. And he's like, no, it's nothing's happened. It's just like the way that he was able to like expose like the horrible, forget like the politics, like just the horrible gameplay in itself. Point and click kind of stuff is just I'm like, holy crap, man. Like, it's not even enjoyable for the person that bought it. So anyway, and they wondered why it failed. Alex says then he called Mahler. Mahler played it too. I didn't see any of Mahler's gameplay. Az is hilarious when he plays bad games. It's pretty funny. He'll stop the game and then do full screen, and that's when he does his
rants.
Yeah, he'll do like his rant for like 5 minutes, and then he'll like take a sip of water and go back to the game. It's pretty funny. So Six-pack chew boxes, the gameplay wasn't bad at all. Huh. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, and like there's a lot of different aspects to look at things. The gameplay itself, the story, the graphics, bugs. There's a lot of different things you can delve into, the world and how it's built. But for me, the most cringe moments I saw, it was all about the story and like the writing. And that kept me away. I had no desire to play after I saw some of that stuff. Tobias for 10. BioWare's false started with Mass Effect Andromeda. Remember how that looked when it launched? The story made no sense. New aliens were meh, but F me, PB was awful compared to Liara. Vera was cool. Thank you, Tobias. A lot of people did not like Mass Effect Andromeda.
Hold on before you continue. I know we're getting close on time, so this is where I'd be quiet and let Ryan finish the show. Release the McCracken. Ryan's Law. They stole everything he had. Now it's time. They put like an Amish man in the. Yo, man, that's freaking funny too. I thought
they didn't take anything from me. They didn't take anything from me, but yeah.
Oh man.
All right. I think we're caught up there. And that's it, Jay. It's been an hour of you and me on Daily.
Whew. Well, what I got going on is actually Valiant Renegade is in town, of all things. So I think I'm going to go see him. There is a slight possibility we go live on Park Hopping at Islands of Adventure. So we did talk about it, but I'm waiting to hear from him in about an hour, and we'll see. So that could be coming up.
There you go.
That's it.
Well, I think I'm going on with Drinker and Mahler today for open bar. I think so.
Oh, that's cool.
And then other than that, I don't really know. I don't know what I'm doing. But you never know.
What are y'all talking about on open bar?
My guess is probably
Captain America and all that stuff.
Yeah. I don't really know. Everything has been in the news lately. Maybe the Acolyte ratings bullshit. I don't fucking know. Who knows?
Cool, man.
I have no idea who's going to be on there. I just know I'll be there, at least for a period of time. So. All right. That's it for us, guys. Thanks so much. I have no idea what to expect for tomorrow or who's going to be here tomorrow, but there will be a stream here on Geeks and Gamers at 11 a.m. Eastern on Friday. That will be happening. It will be happening. Maybe I'll make a stop at Dairy Queen, someone says on the way. Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do need to go to Dairy Queen. Feeling hungry. But no fucking Dairy Queen until MegaCon gets here. That's the rules. All right, guys. We'll see everybody later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.